For this Bling It tutorial, we're going to be going over some basic tool sets in Bling It. This is going to show you how to both set up proper rhinestone patterns for simple and complex clip art images in order to get proper rhinestone transfer designs on your t-shirts. First of all, let's go ahead and select an object. Now this is just a basic object, but you can also do this to more complex designs, so you can take this terminology in this lesson and apply it to clip art and so on. So we're going to select a circle. We're going to draw a large round circle, and then we're going to draw two smaller circles. Oh look, it's like a Mickey Mouse head. What do you know? So here we know we have three circles. Now with these circles, we actually see them filled. And in order to see our rhinestones properly transferred into what we're actually working with cut lines, we need to select the view and then unselect the show fill. So you can just unselect there, or you can also hit Alt S. Alt S will both highlight your fill and take your fill off. Now if we wanted to change any of these designs, these are vector images, so we can actually change and scale these designs to make them match correspondingly by selecting our pointer tool. Now let's go back to our fill. Now if you look at these lines, and if we actually applied some rhinestone patterns to these lines, we'd have a problem here because these lines intersect. And if these lines intersect, it's going to be piling stones on top of each other, which is not good. So let's see an example of this as we apply some rhinestones here virtually in the design. First, we need to select the image we're working with. So we're going to take our cursor and we're going to highlight the selected three circles. Now we can come to our rhinestone fill tool and select outline, and we'll just use a basic SS purple stone so we can see what we're doing. Now as you can see here, we have stones stacking on top of each other. This is not going to properly work. So what we need to do here is we actually need to weld these together so these lines do not intersect any longer. Let's take those rhinestones off so we can now merge these together. And the merging process is actually called the weld tool process. So we're going to come over here to our weld tool and we're going to click it. And if we have all this selected, so we'll take our cursor and make sure all three images are selected, we can use our weld tool and weld them together. Now if we go ahead and do the same thing with the rhinestones, we'll select our elements and then add. We can see that we have a rhinestone pattern that would now correlate well to a heat transfer and then heat press without stone stacking on top of each other. So this would be very important for both these types of images and larger clip art and more complex clip art images, multiple images, so on and so forth. So to recap the information that we learned in this tutorial, we want to make sure that when we're drawing circles, when we're importing clip art, that our lines are not intersecting with each other. And also, in order to see that, you really need to not show the fill. So make sure that you come up here and you select unselect show fill, and then also you can use Control S. This way we can actually see what we're doing as far as our rhinestone patterns go. We can see that we don't have any conflicts with rhinestone outlays or cut patterns.